Good morning and welcome to opening day here at year 7 of the FGCL. Took us a minute to get lineups in, but we are all good to go as the newest team here, the Sarasota Loggerheads, battle the second year team, the Manatee Sea Cows, and the first pitch is fouled off, and there we go, off and running here this summer. We'll walk through the lineup for the Loggerheads first and foremost, coached by Danielle Watson-Moore. Sophie Mazzola currently at the plate. The 0-1 is in the dirt, 1-1. Actually got away. So here is the lineup for the Loggerheads. Brooke Pashodi is the catcher batting second. Alex Cutinelli, the second baseman, bats third. Lexi Beldowitz, the third baseman, hits fourth. Ava Davis, the left fielder, is in the 5 spot. So that one's bunted foul. 6 hole is Ava Vandernoth, the shortstop. Batting 7th is Rebecca Lewis, the first baseman. Chloe Nelson, right field, batting 8th. Sophia Jin, the is batting 9th. And Caroline Stanton, the DP, is in the 10 spot. And they're facing in the circle for the Sea Cows, the portaling Taryn Newton out of Liberty. And she's worked a 1-2 count on Mazzola, who gets the first hit on this field here this summer. Laced out to right. And it's a single for Sophie Mazzola against Taryn Newton. Previous home is Liberty out of Newport Richey, Florida. Freshman last year for Dot Richardson, currently in the portal. Did not play in the circle, so we'll have 4 full years. Then steps Brooke Pashodi, also portaling. First pitch foul. Pashodi, previously of UNLV. Junior last year from Gilbert, Arizona. Started her career at Utah Tech before transferring to the Running Rebels. Oh, misses outside. 1-1. Pashodi has international experience, played with 18U Netherlands squad. Last season for UNLV was 1 for 3. Glad that you're with us here on FGCL opening day. I'm Gray Robertson, in case you're just joining us. We would love to hear from you throughout the summer, so you can tweet me at Gray, GRAY, _Robertson.com. Hit and run. Roll it over to first. And the fielder's choice, or rather not fielder's choice, the ground out. 3 unassisted will move Mazzola to second. 1 down. Alex Cutinelli from St. Mary's takes it high and away for ball 1. Part of a historic year for the Gales. Oakley, California native, was first team all West Coast Conference this past season. St. Mary's team, they got to the Eugene Regional Final before getting stopped by Mississippi State, but it was a heck of a run, winning the first NCAA tournament games in program history, and Cutinelli was a big part of it. On the ground towards short, it's booted, and the throw to first won't be in time. That'll be an E6, and they're on the corners for the Loggerheads. Good time to read you the defense for the Sea Cows. Out and left is Ellie Mulligan. Center field is Gracie Toney. Allie Bunchen right. Over at third, Sharon Duncan. Short is Millie Watts. Second base, Gabby Toney. First base, Ava Hazard. And Quinn Reeves is behind the plate. And a first pitch strike to Lexi Beldowitz. Also portaling. Previously of South Florida. And down 0-2. Lexi out of Oviedo, Florida, Haggerty High School. Loves watching Megan Grant, she said. If you watched Megan Grant the other night, hit a 313-foot bomb in the AUSL. Beldowitz would like to convert here. Change up outside. 1-2. I like that changeup from Newton. Little out, but with 2 strikes, I'm not mad about the location. And Beldowitz is leaning. I think if you throw that in, you probably get her. So anyway, tweet me at grade, GRAY_Robertson. Forget the .com. We'd love to hear from you. 2-2 to Beldowitz. On the ground towards second. The flip to second base will secure out number 2. A run does score, and the Loggerheads strike first on the RBI fielder's choice. Now Ava Davis swings and misses at the first pitch. 1-0 Loggerheads. Ava Davis out of Houston Christian, incoming freshman from Anacoca, Louisiana. Sister Bailey is in the league as well. Down 0-2. Whoop. Ava said she always looks up, or rather has looked up to her big sister Bailey. Waits on the change, hazard gloves, and that's the end of the inning. 1 run is in. There was an error as well, and just the 1 hit by Mazzola. And the Loggerheads have the first run of the summer here on field 2. We'll see the Sea Cows come to the plate on the other side here at Paul Mazzola, opening day of the FGCL. Alrighty, we go to the bottom of the first. Sea Cows looking to get on the board after the Loggerheads scored an unearned run to start off the summer. And here is the starting lineup for Brett Sauerwein's team. Starting off with Gabby Toney, the second baseman, leading off. Batting second is Ellie Mulligan, the left fielder. Third hitter is Ava Hazard, the first baseman. Mackenzie Lighty, the DP, bats fourth. Gracie Toney, the center fielders in the 5 spot, with Quinn Reeves, the catcher, batting 6th. Millie Watts, the shortstops, in the 7 hole. Allie Bunch, right field, bats 8th. Batting 9th is the third baseman, Sharon Duncan. And in the 10 spot is Taylor Cochran, the extra hitter. They will take on the Oklahoma State Cowgirl out of Needville, Texas, freshman last year, Michaela Smith, who's got a really interesting story, facing the Washington Husky, Gabby Toney. And she'll take ball 1. Smith last year for Kenny Gajewski threw an inning and a third, 4 hits, 1 run it was earned, 2 walks and no strikeouts. That was her lone appearance of the year. It came in super regionals against Nebraska. She's gone through 4 elbow surgeries. 3 of them were in the last year. Was supposed to redshirt, but Oklahoma State needed her, and she threw fairly well against the Huskers in a tough environment. 2-0 count on Washington's Gabby Toney. Playing on the Sea Cows with her sister, Toney, out of Bothell, Washington, sophomore last year. Scholar athlete, All-American in 2025 for Heather Tarr. Last season for the Huskies, hit .230, 14 of 61 with 15 RBIs, 6 homers, a triple, 2 doubles, and 18 runs scored. There's a strike from Smith, 3-1. And a walk. Nice patience from Toney to start her summer. And we'll give you the defense for the Loggerheads. Out in left field, it's Ava Davis. Center field is Sophie Mazzola. A lot of Huskies on this field today. Chloe Nelson in right. Beldowitz at third. Vandernoth at short. Cutinelli at second. Lewis at first. And Pashodi behind the plate as Ellie Mulligan takes strike one. The Delaware Blue Hen, Ellie Mulligan. Out of Midlothian, Virginia. Junior last year for Delaware. It's foul, 1-2. Last season was 11 of 64 for a 172 average, 7 RBIs, 3 home runs, a 257 OBP. One nothing Loggerheads. Sea Cows, though, got the lead off on. Beautiful pitch. Changeup from Smith. Absolutely fools Mulligan. 1 down. Now bring up a returner. Ava Hazard. Foul tips that one. 0-1. Ava was a circus last year. In the league, she hit 300 with 8 RBIs and 3 doubles. The Houma, Louisiana native who plays at Eastern Kentucky. It's on the ground to first. There is one. There won't be in time. 2 down. In steps the portaling Mackenzie Leidy. Opportunity with a runner in scoring position for the player. He's coming out of FGCU, Naples, Florida native. Last season for FGCU, hit .279 with 33 RBIs and 7 home runs. It's a nice pitch by Smith. This could be tricky. Over to short. And a nice job staying down on it by Vandernoth to get the out. Runner left stranded in scoring position. And how about the Loggerheads? Striking early and making sure there's no response. We go to the second, 1-0. New team up over the Sea Cows here on field 2. We go to the top of the second. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Loggerheads. Vandernoth, Lewis, and Nelson against Newton back out in the circle. First pitch to Ava is outside for ball 1. Whoops. There's a strike, 1-1. Ava Vandernoth out of Fordham. Got to talk to Ava for a little bit yesterday, which was fun. Really enjoyed getting to know her. Part of a continued historic couple years for Fordham softball, making it to the Fayetteville Regional this past year. This last season, Ava, 10 RBIs, hit 197, 240 OBP out of North Babylon, New York. That's off the glove of Newton. And let's see how Fia scores this. Our official scorer is Fia Zelenka. I agree. Infield single for Vandernoth. So the leadoff is on for Rebecca Lewis. Fouled off the first pitch. Rebecca out of State College of Florida. Freshman last year from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Hit 231 with 17 RBIs. Showing slap and pulling back. And down quickly 0-2. And a called strike 3. Newton fooled her, got her looking, 1 down. Taryn Newton just hammering the outer half of the plate. And that'll bring up Chloe Nelson. Dodge City product, Chloe Nelson. That's popped foul. Chloe from Vici, Oklahoma. Spelled V-I-C-I. She had a great year for Dodge City. A lot of really good Dodge City players here in the league this summer. Runner goes, and no throw. So a steal for Vandernoth. And a 1-1 count on Nelson. Good read on that ball in the dirt. Nelson hit 347 with 38 RBIs, 4 homers, 3 triples, 9 doubles, a 484 OBP, so a good eye as well. Hazard will have to take it herself. She'll get there in time. Vandernoth at third, 2 down. It's always interesting to see kind of which starts the summer hotter, hitters or pitchers. I've always found typically it kind of takes the pitchers a minute, but so far I'd like to have seen through an inning and a half as Sophia Jin fouls that off. Sophia Jin, the Stanford Cardinal, freshman last year from Danville, California. For Jessica Allister's team, hit 333, 444 OBP, 13 runs scored. And she went 0-2. Talking to Sophia yesterday about the new facility at Stanford up in Palo Alto, she said it's just so cool to have a place of your own after the kids the year before played at the football stadium. It took a minute. They had to fill out some extra paperwork and had to leave after starting the year at home. But once the grand opening was fully formed, it's just a beautiful place for the Cardinal. Good job waiting on the change, and she'll stay alive. Another 1-2 from Newton. Runner at third, and that's a really, really strong block by Reeves to make sure that runner stays at third. 2-2. All right, let's take a gander at the Twitter and see if anybody's messaged in. Nope. Want to hear from you. At Gray, GRAY_Robertson. Let us know where you're watching, who you're watching, what you're doing right now. 2-2 on Jen. Change is hit towards second. The flip will end the inning. Nice job by Newton working around the leadoff single. And we go to the home half. 1-0 Loggerheads here on field 2. Bottom of the second, due up for the Sea Cows. It's Gracie Tony, Quinn Reeves, and Millie Watts. As Michaela Smith goes back to work. Gracie Tony, Gabby's twin sister, will step in. Good hold, 1-0. Tony, obviously, twins with her sister Gabby, also out of Bothell, Washington. Ooh, I like that. Little river there, but you know what? I'm pro big strike zone. Let's make him swing the bat. That's nasty. 1-2. Gracie Tony said her favorite food, she gave 2, street tacos or cinnamon rolls. I don't know if those have ever been on the plate at the same time. Maybe. 1-2. Oh, nasty stuff from Smith. Michaela Smith cooking with gas after the walk to start her summer. And there's 1 down for Quinn Reeves. Quinn Reeves out of Bowling Green from Round Rock, Texas. Favorite athlete is Kendra Falby. Grew up looking up to Taylor Ellsworth, who started her career at Texas, finished at Arkansas. And her dream vacation is Ireland, which I approve of. Ireland is my favorite place. Been there about, I think, 4 times. 2-0. That changeup is a problem. 2-1. They've picked it 2-2. I heard the sit from the Sea Cows dugout, so they seed the changeup. Now somebody's just got to actually do something with it. Because you can pick all the pitches in the world, but if you can't hit it, not much you can do. Two. Ripped foul. Count remains full. Quinn did not get a ton of action this past year for Bowling Green. Was 0 for 5. Couple shakes from Smith. Ooh, little high and tight. That's a 1-out walk. Ooh, the Sea Cows have found a mooing sound effect over in the third base dugout. That'll be fun. Millie Watts. Choked up on the bat, takes strike one. So you've got Reeves over there at first. Millie Watts at the plate. Winthrop product. Waits and sends out to left field. A little bit of a retreat. Catch made. And a good job by Davis tracking it down. 2 away. Kind of the first real contact on the changeup. And up comes another player from Winthrop, Allie Bunch. Strike one. Allie back for another summer after playing with the Sea Cows last year. At the plate, hit 206 with a couple RBIs. For Winthrop this year, hit 286 with 8 RBIs and 2 home runs. Wilmington, North Carolina native, who's a junior last year for Winthrop out of the Big South Conference. Oh, they saw it coming. They yelled sit. But I think they got it wrong because Bunch swings and misses. And Michaela Smith is working it right now. 1 left on. She's walked a couple but struck out 3, and we're through 2. Loggerheads up 1-0. 10-1-2 for the Loggerheads. Caroline Stanton, Sophie Mazzola, and Brooke Perscioti 1-0 after a unearned run in the top of the first. And here is the National Gatorade Player of the Year as of 5 days ago. Caroline Stanton, the Florida Gator, early enrolled. Ooh, that was a good pitch. 1-0. Stanton out of Buford, Georgia. Redshirted in 2026 after joining Florida. Getting a little work in. Oh, my. Three-time state champ. Got to first catch Caroline last year at the Alliance Championships, where her team out of Texas won the 18U championship. It was a stacked team. Caroline early enrolled, threw some bullpens with pitching coach Stephanie Van Brakel-Prothro. Going to be a big part of that pitching staff and maybe the lineup as well for Tim Walton in 2027. Two from Newton off the end of the bat, foul. Both Smith and Newton have done a really nice job working around some early drama in their innings. Stanton waits on the change out to left, and that's gone. Coach Walton had to think about it. Solo home run, 2-0 Loggerheads, as the National Gatorade Player of the Year takes advantage of a 10 spot. First home run on this field this summer. Good adjustment on the changeup from Newton. And I'm going to have to text Steph about that one. Now back to the top of the order. That's a stunning bunt. She's going to be safe. Sophie Mazzola follows up the solo shot with a bunt single. Fourth hit today for the Loggerheads, and they're in business for Brooke Perscioti. And a 2-for-2 day for the Husky Mazzola. Perscioti grounded out in the first. That's down the line. Foul, 1-1. Newton looking for outs. The 1-1. Runner goes. The throw down is a nice one, but not in time. Steal for Mazzola. Feels like she's going to be a real weapon this summer. Rolled over to second base. There's out number 1 after the throw from Tony. Mazzola on third. Change up outside to Cutinelli, who reached on an error earlier. Mm. 2-0. This is the first of 3 on field 2 today. Actually 4, because the Vibe are playing here against the Breeze later. But for our Summer League purposes, first of 3. Next up, Slice and Impact. Swashbucklers and Snowbirds following that. 2-1 on Cutinelli. She gets a hold of that out to center. This should be deep enough. Mazzola will come into scores. Good throw out of center field by Tony, but the sacrifice fly makes it 3-0 Loggerheads. So Mazzola has now scored twice. Base is clear for Beldowitz, who had the RBI fielder's choice in the first. That's off the glove of the third baseman. Duncan tried to get in front of it. That should be a hit. I'm doing the thumbs up, thumbs down to Fia, who's our official scorer. I wonder if she knows that I'm doing the hit or error. I've scored that a hit in my book. Ava Davis grounded out in the first, 0 for 1. And she'll take strike 1. Oh, 2. Got her. The throw down to first will be in time to complete the process on the K. But a couple runs in for the Loggerheads, starting off with that Stanton solo shot. Pretty good in the 10 spot. We'll see if the Sea Cows can respond when we come back against the red-hot Michaela Smith. Nine 10-1 for the Sea Cows as they try and get on the board. Sharon Duncan, Taylor Cochran, Gabby Tony. Duncan will kick it off. Junior last year for Eastern Kentucky out of California. last season for EKU, hit .294, 13 RBIs, a home run, 3 doubles, 8 runs scored, 304 OBP. A little elevated, 2-0. The leadoff for the Sea Cows reached in the first. Second batter reached in the second, both on walks. Rolled it over to third and the throw to first. Pulled Lewis off the bag, but she applied the tag, 1 down. Taylor Cochran will step in now. First pitch sent out towards center field, and it got over the head of the center fielder. Mazzola maybe misjudged it a little bit, and that's the first hit of the ball game for the Sea Cows, a 1-out double. How about Taylor Cochran in the 10? Look at the 10 spot here in this game. Doesn't matter where you're hitting, just that you're hitting. And the sophomore last year for Indian River State College, who's looking for a new home and I believe has found it unofficially. She's on second base for the top of the order. Gabby Toney, who walked in the first. Didn't really get much to swing at her first time up. And won't there, ball 1. Liner to third, the throw to second, double play. Just when it looked like the Sea Cows had some energy and momentum, the defense for the Loggerheads comes up clutch. First hit of the game leads to nothing. And we go to the fourth, 3-0. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Sea Cows. It is Grace Rourke, who's back. Was with the Skeeters last summer out of Mercer. We'll go over her numbers in a minute. She replaces Taryn Newton in this 3-0 ball game. Newton goes 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, no walks and 2 strikeouts. 6, 7, 8. Vandernoth, Lewis, and Nelson due up here in the fourth. Vandernoth singled back in the second. We'll go over the line of Grace Rourke in just a moment. Grace out of Frederick, Maryland last summer. Had a 2.86 ERA, was an all-star for the Skeeters. 58 2/3 innings. And that's where she really hums it. That drop ball on the outer half arm side. That's some of her best work. Same spot, same result, 2-2. Danielle Watson-Moore sprints over to the third base coaching box. 2-2. Roll over to first. Hazard will step on the bag. Other defensive changes for the Sea Cows. You've got Leidy now catching Rourke. And Reeves has moved into the position. And in steps Rebecca Lewis, who struck out looking in the second. Rolled over to second again. A couple of easy ground ball outs. That's what Rourke likes. 2 down. It's a pretty good start for the All-Star last year. Now taking on Chloe Nelson, who grounded out to first base unassisted. Her first time up. Ball one in the dirt. Off the end of the bat, that's going to be trouble and down and left. Little bloop single for Chloe Nelson. Hit number 6 today for the Loggerheads already. And Chloe's hanging out at first base. And if Jen can reach, Stanton's going to be waiting in the 10 spot. She's already hit a home run today. Jen grounded out in the second. Infield stepping in on the slapper. This is a playing surface that is tailor-made for bunting, harder for slappers, just because that dirt is so soft. Now, if you can deaden a bunt, we've already seen it once, a bunt single by Mazzola. I mean, it's almost impossible for the defense to do much, but it's very hard to get a high chopper on this specific surface. Nice pitch by Rourke, 2-1. Well, this is not a walk you want to give up. With Stanton waiting in the wings, I have a feeling she's not going to be in the 10 spot much more this summer. Ball 4. A 2-out walk puts 2 on for the home run hitter Stanton. And this is exactly the opportunity Danielle Watson-Moore was hoping for. Solo shot for Stanton in the third. Here she is with 2 on in the fourth. Comes up empty on the drop. 0-1. That one's up and in. 1-1. Good read on that one. Great take. 2-1. Nelson on second, Jen on first. 3-0 Loggerheads. Game teetering a bit here in the fourth. Full count. Rourke was humming in the inning, but now 2 on, 2 outs. Payoff to Stanton, and the bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks has him juiced for the top of the order. And Rourke is going to get a towel. I think sweat bothering her just a bit. Also bothersome so far has been Sophie Mazzola, who's 2 for 2 with a pair of runs scored. Single to right, bunt single. Now a chance with the bases loaded. Rourke has got to work out of this. Oh, she got hit right on the knee. RBI hit by pitch, station to station, 4-0 Loggerheads here in the fourth. Nelson comes in to score. Everybody else moves up. And Brooke Pescioti will look to add a little more. 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. Comes up empty on the first swing, 0-1. Rourke has to get out of this. I like that on an 0-2. Loggerheads looking to bust it open with Pescioti. Lifted towards right field. This is pretty well struck, and that is gone. A grand slam, and 5 two-out runs have come here in the fourth to make it 8-0. Brooke Pescioti has indeed busted it open. 8-zip Loggerheads, and this is a heck of a start to the summer. And all this damage coming with 2 outs. It started really well for Rourke. Pair of groundouts and a single. Walk, hit by pitch, grand slam. Now Alex Cuttanilli, who's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Caught it second! Gabby Toney climbs the ladder. That inning had all the fireworks. And it's 8-0 going to the bottom of the fourth here on field 2. Sea Cows need runs. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 8-0 Loggerheads. 2-3-4, Mulligan, Hazard, and Lighty facing a new pitcher in the ball game, and ball one comes from Sidney Jackson, the member from the Syracuse Orange. Mm-hmm. 1-1 on Mulligan. Jackson out of Houston, Texas. Last season, a sophomore for Syracuse. Through 17 innings, 28 hits, 28 runs, 27 earned, 26 walks, and 13 strikeouts. That's high. 2-1 on Mulligan, who struck out in the first. Michaela Smith exits after 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. That is skied on the left side. Will it stay in play? It will not. 2-2 on Mulligan. Loggerheads making quite the statement here on day one. It's always interesting this first weekend to kind of gather who looks like a true contender. Again, pitching depth has always been a big thing in this league. If you've got it and you compare it with a few power bats, you're going to have a shot at the end. Deep short. It's going to be a tough play, and the throw got away. Mulligan takes second on what I think is going to be a hit and an error. That's how I'm going to score it. And immediately a runner in scoring position for Hazard, who grounded out in the first. Ooh, boy. It's a very loud truck behind this booth. Immediate pressure for Jackson. Another one to short. That throw is in time. And Vandernoot does a nice job checking on the runner, too. 1 down. Couple changes for the Loggerheads. Rebecca Lewis is now catching. Carly George is over at first. She's already been up against it. A couple tough plays as Lighty grounded out earlier. Fouls off the first pitch off Jackson. It's outside, 2-1. Run rule is in effect. We got a little bit of time, though. That is crushed foul. 2-2. The flameless pothole patcher. That is the thing behind us making noise. The truck. Love that. 2-2. Popped up on the left side. Busy inning for Vandernoot. She makes a grab. 2 gone. And can Gracie Toney convert with a runner in scoring position? She struck out in the second to lead off that inning. Different situation here in the bottom of the fourth. Not like the Sea Cows haven't had chances. Got a leadoff on in the first. Had a one-out double in the third, but just high-quality situational pitching by the Loggerheads. And second pitcher of the day, Sidney Jackson, trying to do it again here in the fourth. (2-0). That's low. 3-0. That's ball 4. So Tony walks. All the drama in the top of this inning was with 2 outs. Sea Cows trying to return the favor with Quinn Reeves, who walked in the second. First pitch is crushed. Foul. That gets all the way back. 1-1, and 2 in scoring position now for Reeves. Sea Cows trying to get back in it. They trail 8-0, but if you've watched any FGCL games over the years, you know no lead is safe. I mean, last year I called a game that was 8-1. Two in scoring position, 2 outs. Sea Cows need runs. The 2-2. Ooh, a little high. Full count. Payoff. Sent towards the cars. And that's ball 4. They are loaded for the Sea Cows. And Millie Watts, after a grand slam was hit, at the top of the inning by the Loggerheads, can the Sea Cows return the favor? Watts waited on a change, flew out to left earlier. That was against a different pitcher. 1-0. And time called. Lewis will go have a word. Danielle Watson-Moore chatting with Jackson as well. We'll check Twitter again, see if anyone has tweeted in. Any of you fine folks out there. Look, it's just me up here. We don't have producer Gracie. She's directing operations for the whole summer league, so she's down doing that. Fia, our official scorer, is down by the field as well. So I'm just up here alone. I want to hear from you. At Gray, GRAY_Robertson on the X. After the timeout, Jackson trying to work through it. See if Watts attacks this first pitch after the conversation. Ooh. It's a good spot. Little in, 2-0. Lined and fair down the right field line. That'll bring him one. Here comes a second run. And it's a 2 RBI double for Watts as Mulligan and Tony score 8-2 Loggerheads. How about Millie Watts? And a good job just creating for the Sea Cows here in this fourth inning. Allie Bunch struck out in the second. Ball one to Bunch, who is looking to keep this comeback going for the Sea Cows. Bunch towards center field, and making the grab is Mazzola. Damage limited to 2, but the Sea Cows do score their first runs of the summer. And we head to the fifth, 8-2 Loggerheads here on field 2. To the fifth inning we go. We have multiple substitutions we'll tell you about right now, as Diana Anda is now in at short. Ella Morris is in right. Lexi Nolan is over at third for the Sea Cows. And Grace Rourke in the circle. First pitch ball to Lexi Beldowitz. Lexi's had a good day. 1 for 2 with an RBI. That is hit well out to right, drifting foul. It'll fall just shy of the hunting Ella Morris. One and two. It's a good pitch. Man, when Rourke is cooking arm side, it's really tough. In on those righties too. That one's high and away, 2 and 2. Lined out to center, and that'll get down for a leadoff single. Second hit of a day for Beldowitz. And here comes that Loggerheads offense again. That's the 8th hit today. And here is Morgan Clark, who takes strike one. Morgan Clark, the Charlotte, North Carolina native, is looking for a new home. Came to the FGCL to really get some looks after now playing softball as a freshman in college. Hitting in the 5 spot for Ava Davis, who was 0 for 2. That was a straight sub. The 1-2 to Clark. That's cued towards first. There's one, and Beldowitz will move to second base. One down here in the 5th. Ball 1 to Grazia Mazzola, who's in for Vandernoth.
Are you calling our game tonight?
1-1. Pull out the Mazzola files. Grazia, the Washington Husky, with her sister, Sophie. 1-2. Freshman last year for Heather Tarr, who early enrolled. Joined Washington in January 2026 out of Eureka, Missouri. And she comes up empty there. Strikeout for Rourke. 2 away. Another opportunity for Rebecca Lewis, who's 0 for 2. Loggerheads generated all 5 runs in the 4th with 2 outs, including a grand slam by Brooke Paschotti. Lewis trying to keep a trend up here in the 5th. 1-1 from Rourke. Jam job. Headed towards the vehicles, 1-2. So runner on second, 2 outs, 8-2 Loggerheads. Rourke trying to work through this 5th inning. Missed it, 2-2. Lewis skies this out towards center. And on the run is Tony. Side retired, so No two-out issues here. One runner left on after the leadoff single by Beldowitz, and we go to the bottom of the fifth, 8-2. Sea Cows trying to claw back. Nine ten one for the Sea Cows here in the bottom of the fifth. Duncan, Cochran, Tony. Sharon Duncan grounded out in the third. The player out of Eastern Kentucky. Good movement. Ball one. Second inning of work for Sydney Jackson. Remember, coming up on this field next, it'll be the slice and the impact. No series this year because it's 14 teams, and that was impossible to schedule, so just everybody's playing everybody. We had to do some math while I was conjuring up the game schedule and tried to make sure everybody got at least one game in to every team in the league. There are divisions that will decide all-star teams. 2-0, 3-0. Playoffs will be a single elimination. Jackson, the 3-0. Gets it there, 3-1. Let's see if anyone has tweeted me. Nope, bummer. All right, guys. 3-1. Misses in. Ball four. Leadoff walk. That's the third walk surrendered by Jackson. Taylor Cochran doubled in the third. This will not be that. And a missed opportunity at a diving catch. Now a play at 2, and it ends up being a fielder's choice. So Duncan had nothing. There was nothing she could do. Had to hang back in case it was caught. So Cochran at first for Gabby Toney, who walked in the first. Hit it well in the third, but it was a line-out double play. And then that pitch gets away. Wild pitch will send Cochran to second. That is skied out towards right. Bit of a run. Catch made by Nelson. 2 down. Changeup called strike on Ellie Mulligan. Strikeout in the first. Single and a run in the fourth. I didn't get far away at all, and the throw to third is safe. Home plate umpire agrees, so 1-1 count. The throw certainly beat her, but I think it was a pretty good slide by Cochran. Now Mulligan's got a runner at third with 2 outs. Oh my, that was disgusting. 1-2. Went back to it, got the swing and a miss. Foul ball. That's it. Yep, that's the end of the inning. I think there was a little confusion about the count. Not up here, though. And we go to the 6th. 8-2 Loggerheads. Good job by Jackson getting out of a jam. if you deaden a bunt, it's just so hard for the defenses to get there. And so after the Chloe Nelson leadoff single, the bunt single by Sophia Jim, Mike was muted. I have no idea how that happened because I pressed the button. Here's Caroline Stanton, 8-2 Loggerheads, but threatening. But the players already had a home run. Stan with a solo home run in the third, a walk in the fourth. She scored twice. So it was Nelson with the single, Jen with the bunt single. Jam job. And an unproductive out. One away. But to the top of the order with Sophie Mazzola. 2 for 2 with an RBI on a hit by pitch and 3 runs scored. Great start to her summer. Oh, that just got past the shortstop. And that'll bring in a run. Maybe 2. The throw from left never comes in, and indeed Mazzola has made it 10-2 for the Loggerheads on what I think we're just going to have to score because there was no throw to advance the second on, a 2 RBI double. The defensive miscommunication brings in Nelson and Jen. Carly George getting her first AB of the summer. Another one from Dodge City. And Carly had a fantastic year. Was first team all conference. Hit .346 with 35 RBIs and 7 tanks. That's off of Rourke. This will be tough. And that'll be a infield single for Carly George. Mazzola takes third. They're on the corners with 1 out. This game is in run roll territory. So as it stands, the Sea Cows have to score anyway in the 6th. 4 hits in the inning. Alex Cuccinelli. First pitch is sent towards those distant tennis courts where balls never come back. 0-1. Cuccinelli reached on an error in the first, sac fly in the third. Line out on a great grab over at second base by Gabby Toney. So she's been productive, but no hits to show for it. And there's that first hit that'll bring in a run. Hold at second for George. RBI single for Cuccinelli. And it's 11-1 Loggerheads. Beldowitz, uh-oh. Ooh, look out, ma'am. Oh, no. 1-1. See, here's the thing. Producer Gracie's up here right now. She's again, producing the league at this point. she knows that we're always on car watch. 1-1 to Beldowitz. That's a strike. 1-2. Lexi's 2 for 3 with an RBI. There's only, by the way, 1 out in the inning. So yeah, so back last year, in the good old days when it was me and producer Gracie up here, when I was still begging for your tweets, we would always watch the foul balls. Whose car will it hit? We've had 1 shattered window, I think, in the last 2 years. It was really rough. It wasn't mine, though. 1-2 to Beldowitz is low. And look out. Oh, now we got a rundown between first and second. Let's see if the run from third will come home. It will. And that's just a really good job by Cutinelli, who was absolutely in trouble for at least stalling long enough to allow George to score. It's 12-2, 2 outs. And a 2-2 count on Beldowitz with the bases clear. Foul ball. Another 2-2 to Lexi Beldowitz. There are 2 outs. Let me adjust the scoreboard. Did that get one, Gracie? Window?
No, top car.
Top of the car. Park here at your own risk, ladies and gentlemen. After I had my little kerfuffle last year, I learned to park at the end of the street. Basically a different zip code. Full count. Payoff from Rourke is outside, ball 4. That's a really good plate appearance by Beldowitz, and out comes Brett Sauerwein. Looks like we're going to get a change, and we will indeed see a new pitcher. We'll tell you who it is in just a moment. New pitcher for the Sea Cows is the freshman last year out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, the Marshall Thundering Herd hurler, who told me yesterday when I asked her name, it's Miller time, Rylan Miller. Miller last season for Morgan Zirkle's squad had a 4.42 ERA, 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 9 walks, and 6 strikeouts. She was 1-0. Rourke goes 2 2/3, 8 hits, 9 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and a strikeout. looking to secure the final out of the top of the 6th. Sea Cows will need 3 in the home half to keep the game going. Now facing Morgan Smith, who's 0 for 1 after entering in the 5th. It's a good spot. 0-1. You got Beldowitz at first. One and 2. Clark loops that out to right. Wynn playing tricks, but the catch is made. And the side is retired. Good job by Miller coming in and getting the final out, and now the Sea Cows need 3 runs to extend the ball game. It's 12-2 Loggerheads here on field 2. So looking to seal the deal for the Loggerheads is a new pitcher, and it will be the National Gatorade Player of the Year, Caroline Stanton, the Florida Gator, coming in for Sydney Jackson, who goes 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks and a K. Sea Cows need 3 here in the 6th to extend the ball game, and they've got 3, 4, 5 due up. Nolan, Lighty, and Tony. Lexi Nolan out of Bowling Green, looking to start the inning off right. Scottsdale, Arizona native. First pitch misses low and in from Stanton. Nolan last year for Bowling Green, 0 for 2. It's good movement. 1-1. Called strike, 2-2. Stanton, the third pitcher of the ballgame. Loggerheads have made a bit of a statement here today with the offense rip-roaring like they have and 3 arms who've looked pretty good. Payoff from Stanton to Nolan. That is shot up in the air, drifting foul. It's a heck of a run and a nice grab in foul ground. Cutinelli was able to track it down, made the basket catch, one away. And up comes Lighty, who's 0 for 2, ground out and a pop out. First pitch is low for ball 1 on Lighty, in the portal previously of FGCU. There's a strike, 2-1. Tough play, and it eats up the shortstop. Grazia Mazzola had a tough hop to deal with, and that'll be an error to put a base runner on. Sea Cows need a couple more of those. So Lighty, they're going to bring a courtesy runner in for Lighty. And Bunch will run for her. And in steps Gracie Tony. 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a walk, and a run scored. After the E6. And that scoots all the way back. Wild pitch will send Bunch to second base. That one cued foul by Gracie Tony. 1-2. Stanton looking for the unproductive out with a runner at second. She gets it. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string just a bit. 2 gone. And Quinn Reeves will try and extend the ball game. Tough to do with a good pitch like that, low and away, 0-1. Quickly 0-2. Right now, Michaela Smith would be the winning pitcher. Losing pitcher would be Taryn Newton. 0-2 is back to the circle. Stanton will field with confidence, and that will do it. What a start for the Loggerheads. A run rule victory to close out the opener here this summer. 12-2 your final score. And the biggest difference, the grand slam by Brooke Pisciotti. And beg your pardon, by Brooke Pisciotta, who had that granny in the fourth. Stanton gets the final inning of work and has a solo home run as well. And that will wrap it up here on Field 2. First of 3 in the Summer League today, as coming up next, the Slice and the Impact will do battle. Until then, Loggerheads start the season 1-0. The Sea Cows begin 0-1. For everybody from the FGCL, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long. We'll see you in about 30 minutes for Impact and Slice here on Field 2.